How's it going, friends? My name is Fringy, and welcome to System Update for the week's gaming news and discussion. Now, obviously, GDC 2015 was the main event of last week, and there was so much news to come out while I was fucking busy. But I managed to get acclimated with all the news that I give a shit about, all the good stuff and all the bad stuff. So, instead of dividing them up into separate topics like I normally do, I'm just gonna do a verbatim rant for the next 10 minutes about what I thought about GDC 2015, all the announcements and all the disappointments. So, I think the first thing we're talking about is the Nvidia Shield console. Now, I'm not sure many of you guys know this because I didn't really tell anybody, but I actually own the Nvidia Shield tablet, and it's actually pretty good. I never use the streaming because why the fuck would I, and my internet's not good enough. But the tablet itself is actually really cool. And the Nvidia Shield console looks pretty cool to me. Now, I'm not going to benefit from it because, unlike what Xbox fucks say, not everybody has good enough internet to stream. Or, you know, stream cloud games. But the Nvidia Shield console, this is the type of cloud computing that I was talking about. This is real, actual cloud computing that we're going to see happening in the future, where you can just stream PC games from the cloud to a console and play them off there. In a similar vein to PlayStation Now. That's what the Shield tablet is. It's like PlayStation Now, except for streaming actual PC games at 1080p 60 FPS for all of them. So, what we've got here is a $200 piece of hardware that allows you to stream PC games, which are cheaper too, to your console. Now, I know people are trying to dismiss this, but that is a real console threat if Nvidia actually marketed it well. I don't think they will, obviously, because Nvidia, you know, while they are a big company in terms of the PC market, they're still kind of like, you know, not everybody's heard of Nvidia in the same way that everybody's heard of Microsoft and Sony. So, while in theory I think it's a console threat, I don't think it will threaten the consoles. There's always going to be a market for consoles. But, yeah, this is a good alternative to the consoles. Let's get real. $200 stream PC games. Pretty cool. Nvidia are really leading the charge in making new hardware and really pushing for cloud streaming for games. Now, engines. Yo, I gotta say, it was a good GDC for PC gamers. Finally, we get the announcement of Source 2, which will be free to all developers, which, kudos Valve, I gotta give you a hand for that. And Unreal Engine 4 is now free to developers. I mean, this is crazy to me. They make an engine, and then they don't even take money for it. They just do it, and they give it away. Now, obviously, we know that these two engines are going to be very good and widely used. Like, you know, obviously Source 2, if they're making Source 2, that means that they're making games, guys. I'm of the opinion that they've waited this long so that they can do like an Orange Box 2 and release Half-Life 3, Portal 3, Left 4 Dead 3, all the threes that they never count to. That's what I'm expecting. And on Unreal Engine front, I know, I mean, Unreal Engine 3 was used by so many developers last year. No doubt that there's just got to be a bunch of developers who use it. Now, Microsoft. These Xbox guys were hyping up GDC 2015, talking about how they were going to bring the big guns to GDC 2015. Now, I never said anything to them, but at first I was like, why do you think that? Like, this is GDC we're talking about. It's very hardware. And, like, when it comes to software, we're talking, like, real, you know, complex software, like engines. That's the kind of stuff that gets shown off at GDC, not big announcements. Why would they do it there? They wait until E3, you fucking idiot. But regardless, people are hyping up how GDC was going to be amazing, and Microsoft come, and they did a lot of things. Now, they showed a bunch of indie games, which I don't know why people are losing their shit about that. Oh, they showed fucking indies? So? So what? So what? I mean, what's wrong with that? It shows that they're actually expanding their indie catalog, which they need to do. Because when it comes to, compared to the PC, Sony, and Nintendo, they get fucking stomped on when it comes to indie games. Like, and the amount of support that they give. You contrast to Sony and Nintendo, who often support indie developers. You know, Nintendo supports Shovel Knight. Things like that. So it's good that they're doing that. Yeah, they didn't show the AAA games, but to be honest, I don't really give a shit about, oh, it's not AAA. Who gives a shit? A lot of AAA games aren't good anymore. And the AAA games get shown off at E3. Calm the fuck down. But I think the more important news is what was teased by Phil Spencer about Windows 10 and Xbox. I'm really starting to get concerned about the direction that the Xbox brand is going in terms of exclusives. I really am. Microsoft has always been notorious for releasing their Xbox exclusives on the PC, ultimately, lowering the value of the Xbox platform, because it does. If you can get games on the PC, there was no reason to get an Xbox. Look at how many exclusives Microsoft had for the Xbox One that now aren't, because they got released on the PC. Rise, Dead Rising 3. Titanfall was never an exclusive, and now they're insinuating that they're going to release more games on the PC too? I mean, great news for us on the PC, but for the Xbox, where is the value proposition anymore? If they keep releasing games on the PC, we already know Fable Legends is coming to the PC. Will Halo come to the PC? I fucking don't think so. I think Microsoft knows better. But that's the thing that blows me away. Microsoft knows that releasing Halo on the PC would kill the platform. Yet they're releasing other games on the PC thinking that's fine for them. Yeah, you're gonna make more sales off of that. You're gonna make more software sales by releasing on the PC. But you're losing out on so much hardware sales because of this. Because you're releasing your games on the PC. So someone could look at your platform and go, well, fuck that. I mean, I've already got a PC. I might as well just get them on the PC. Buy a PC, not your platform. It's getting harder and harder for me to sit here and justify why I bought this fucking console. Because there's hardly any games on it. There's no games for the first half of the year. Like nothing. Literally nothing. And now you're trying to say, well, we're going to release more games on the PC. And now, look, motherfuckers, don't say to me, oh, well, they didn't say that directly. Come on, guys. They are directly implying it. But I just don't get the thought process. I kind of hope that Phil Spencer would realize how stupid that is. And look, obviously, it's good for gamers, okay? It is good for gamers, don't get me wrong. From a gamer standpoint, this is great news, especially for us on the PC. I want more people to play more games, but I'm looking at this strictly from a business standpoint. From Microsoft's perspective and about their brand. And it makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense. And of course, DirectX 12. Oh, here we go. It's funny how, before, people were saying, oh, DirectX 12 is going to be a game changer. Now, they were saying, oh, it's going to boost the Xbox One's performance by 300% or some fucking ridiculous number. Now Phil Spencer's saying it's about 20, and I'm still skeptical of that 20% boost. Whatever that means. I think what people need to... I don't even want to fucking explain this, but I think people need to really dial back their expectations, not only for, like, DirectX 12 in the cloud, but for this console generation in general. They're already getting tapped out. You're not going to see that much of a performance boost regardless. Like, even 5 years down the line, I don't know how much better they're going to look. Obviously, they will look better, but... I don't know, I think people need to just dial back their expectations and realize if they really want 60 FPS or, higher fidelity games, jump on the PC. Best place to play anyway. And with that said, that's all of the major important news for GDC 2015. My overall thoughts? Aside from all that stuff I ranted about just then, I thought GDC was actually pretty good. We got the engines that I wanted to see. We saw new hardware. We also saw more Steam machines, which, while I'm still skeptical of those, they're cool nonetheless. We saw more of those. We saw a lot of cool things at GDC. Overall, it was pretty good, except for one major thing. Oh, Tim Schafer. What the fuck were you thinking? What were you thinking? Tim, why did you walk out onto the stage with a sock puppet in your head to mock gamers? What, did you think that they'd find that funny? Did you think they'd go, that's a good joke, that's funny? The joke was not funny in and of itself. And it was insulting to all of the gamers. I'm not even fucking part of Gamergate. But, dude, why did you say that? Why did you walk out onto a stage with all those dickheads in the stage who were like, yeah, that was a great joke? Why'd you walk out there and then, come lost for words. I'm lost for words. It was so stupid. It was so fucking stupid. I have nothing to say. But Tim, go fuck yourself. That was stupid. I'm not even part of Gamertag, and that pissed me off. Don't fucking do that again, alright? There you go. With that out of the way, GDC was pretty good. I'm still at loss for that fucking Tim Schafer stuff. I mean, fucking hell, man.